We might as well get right at it. The elephant in the country, we've been calling it, not just the elephant in the room or the elephant in the market. That would, of course, be Connor McDavid and his contractual status. Why are we at this point? Or can you give us kind of a timeline as to why we're still in a position here where camp's almost opening up and Connor's got another year left on his deal, but as of now, he has not signed an extension with you guys?
Yeah, well, I think Connor's been pretty open about his thoughts, and I don't want to speak for him, but I think there's really no secrets, or there's not any more to the story other than he's just taking his time, and we respect that. We understand. I mean, I think he's obviously the best player in the game, and we love having him here, and he's our captain and our leader, and we're excited about that, excited about this season, and I think he's just working through things on his own, and we kind of understand that. So we'll be patient, but he knows that we love having him here, and we want him to remain in Edmonton, and that's kind of the process that we're going through right now.
If it got to a point where he decided he wanted to leave Edmonton, would you expect him to give you guys a heads up on that decision?
I don't like talking about hypotheticals. Like, I get the question, but I don't think there's value. There's a million different what ifs that people could throw our way, and I think that's not really a productive discussion. So, I love having him on our team here. I know he's dedicated, and just to quote what he said, there's nothing he wants more than to win the Cup in Edmonton. So I think that's kind of what we're all focused on right now, heading into next week and looking forward to seeing camp start up.
Stan, do you have any idea, kind of, like, we're getting close to training camp, what he's waiting to see or kind of get to a point to make a decision? Do you have any idea what that is?
No, once again, I don't want to speculate on. I think it's best to just let Connor answer those questions. I don't want to. I've had conversations with him, but that's really stuff that he and I talk about. Speculating what is on his mind is not really the position that I want to take at this point.
Yeah, last one for me, Stan, before we get into your team and everything else. The one thing that Connor has said openly is he doesn't want this to be a distraction, even though you've got a mature team and it's a scenario where guys should be able to handle the pressure of it. At what point, if we're all talking about it daily, there's words that we're hanging on. The other day he said 3 years, 4 years, 7 years, or no term type of thing, and all of a sudden everybody gravitates to that. Is it a scenario where there is a fine line between this being a business and the best player in the world trying to sort out a situation, and potentially it becoming a distraction for your group that might have to be dealt with in the future?
Yeah, well, I think you raise a good point, which is we live in 2025 where these things are talked about all the time. I think, maybe 30 years ago, the media interactions with the players and the fans was different. But now that we're in the age of social media and everything gets talked about every day, I think you're right. There's going to be questions, and I know that. I'm sure Connor's aware of that too. And I think we do want to focus on the season. There's a lot of exciting things to look forward to for this year. So it's a fair question, and I don't want it to be a distraction either. And I know Connor indicated he doesn't. So, but we don't control what people talk about, and I understand the interest level of the fans and the media. So that's something that I think is just going to kind of play out over the next little bit here, and we'll just have to take with what comes our way.